Anybody ever feel like just super alone, even though you might have enough friends or people to call when you're upset, or things like that. Just people that got your back. Even having these people, just like a sense of like loneliness that I feel. And I'm not on here to bitch or moan or whatever. Also, excuse my voice, I've been kind of sick lately, but yeah, it's just yeah, I know like people got me and I got my friends and my family, but it's like deep down I feel like nobody's in sync with me. And that's all right. Like, not everybody's supposed to be in sync with you, but as of just recently losing a pretty long relationship, that might be where that's coming from for me. But I know a lot of other people can relate to it, and whether it's relationships, friendships, or just loneliness in life that we all experience every day. Could be in a room full of people and extremely lonely. It's very possible. And a lot of people nowadays with just social media and status and everything like that, a lot of people don't feel important enough to talk or to address things. And I've been that person. It's a weird world. It's like you are kind of almost given a value based off how many followers you have, or just shit that does not matter. Shit that literally does not matter at all. Like, I don't know. It's just kind of crazy to me. And it's crazy, like, just how people are so willing to just be so comfortable, and just like society is just so soft. And I'm not saying I'm a fucking tough whatever. I'm in me included. When I'm talking about this, I mean me. I mean a lot of people. Just society is a strange place. Yeah, I know I'm not the only one that feels like this. It's just like, you know, I don't know. It's just, you know, um, I don't really have anything specific to talk about in this video, and just kind of venting. Yeah, it's just like, and then you deal with like fake people and like people you work with, and like it almost just makes you want to stop looking for people to like that'll have your back, because it's just like, yeah, people lie and people take advantage of you, and especially if you're a genuine good-hearted person, you know those people are most susceptible, I feel like, to being the sheep of the world, because you can play on these people so easily. And I've been that person, and a lot of the times it's not easy to recognize someone taking advantage of you, because they're making it feel like you're fulfilling what you feel like you need to do in your life, and by helping them, and that's making you feel good. But a lot of the times, as a good-hearted person, it's like you're kind of blind to what you're being given in return, because you feel like it's so fulfilling to help other people, and use that's a broad thing, like help whatever way, like help, talk to, whatever that means to you, is like people take advantage of that. And, it's just a bad thing. And it turns good people cold. And that's just kind of the way of life. But you don't have to let it turn you cold when people do you like that. You don't have to give in to, a big problem I have is like, maybe like, especially in a relationship, like kind of basing my value off, not what I'm putting in, but what I'm putting in and the results that are coming out of it. So like how my partner would treat me, or, if I did something, I would expect a certain thing in response. And if I didn't get that, I would feel like that's my value and that's my worth. And that's how I kind of search for my worth. It's like, I want to provide and protect and do all these things, but at the same time, it's like, you want these things to be reciprocated, and, it's like when they aren't, it's almost like, okay, well, I put in my part, but this person's clearly showing me what I'm worth, and that's not true. Like, this is something that just I've struggled with, and I don't know exactly what it stems from, but it's just one of those things. But all you can really do in this life is take what God gave you and the skills that you have and the mind, that the wonderful, beautiful, amazing mind that God gifted you to be able to wake up every day and breathe the air and see the beautiful trees and nature and the wind and the rain, and just experience life, just life in a raw form. And, as a deep thinker, I consider myself a deep thinker and an overthinker. It's just like I almost think myself into pain. It's like, not that I'm struggling or like life's hard. I mean, life is hard, but it's like, I have it very well, and I do decent enough for myself, and I don't even know where I'm going with this. And yeah, it's almost like, maybe it's a lack of purpose that I have, but I try to fulfill that purpose by getting on here and, talking about things that I feel like other people are probably experiencing other than myself. And I encourage everybody to do that. Everybody that's working a 9 to 5, and not that there's anything wrong with that. I work a 9 to 5, but it's just, you start to feel stuck, and that's not your life, your boss, your job, everything. That's not your life. Okay? And we oftentimes get tied up into just the bullshit and let people drag us down at work, and negative energy, and, just sorry, shitty people making their lives are miserable, so you got to be miserable too to them, but you don't. You can say, you can go fuck yourself, but, I'm going to stay positive and be the person that God needs me to be today, tomorrow, and the next day. That's all you can do, is day by day. Just pray to God or the universe or whatever it is you think runs all this shit, and, just use your God to give you the power to overcome anything. I know it sounds corny, but it's like, when you pray to a higher power, whatever you believe in, whether you're praying to yourself or you're praying to God or you're praying to the universe, or whatever you, whatever is your symbol of safety and freedom and power, you can use that and get answers to life. You can get all the answers you need. Because a lot of the times it just takes, okay, let's slow things down. Moving way too fast, making a decision here, whatever it may be. Sometimes we just gotta slow down and just close your eyes. And just acknowledge the air filling your lungs and just be in the moment of this beautiful experience that you are just so damn lucky to be experiencing. Not only just by the odds of it, the simple scientific odds, but that you are here with a healthy body. And if you don't have a healthy body, work with what you got. That's all you can do. At least, I mean, and I get it with problems and injuries, and I have a very injured back at 22 years old, and it makes life very hard some days. And there's days where it's just like what the fuck is the point of doing this? I'm just in pain. Everything hurts. I feel like I'm old. It's just like constant nerve pain, just plus the mental pain, plus probably not sleeping because I was in so much pain. It just makes life truly feel miserable. But then I sit there for a second and I pray to God, and I'm just thinking, I'm not in a field somewhere with my fucking legs blown off, or my fucking whole family just got bombed, or, real things that people experience every day, especially in a world filled with war and madness and destruction and division and everything. You gotta sit and think, okay, maybe this shit is hard. Maybe this shit hurts. Maybe I can't even take the physical pain. But I have my mind intact, and if your mind is intact, that's all you need. Because the pain, it's just something there to tell your body that you need help. But it's not, okay, obviously you can feel it, but what I mean is it's not a tangible thing. It's all up here. It's all in your motherfucking head. Even on the worst fucking day where you can't take it. Whether it's the mental strain or the physical pain or whatever it is, God needs you to be this way for whatever reason. And it's just the way it is. And you can either sit there and bitch and moan and get in a negative fucking horrible attitude and, I gotta deal with this the rest of my life. Or you can just accept it. Okay, this fucking sucks. But how could tomorrow be any worse? Look for the good little things and be kind to people. That's something that we're just missing as a society, is just being kind. Just doing nice things for one another. What happened to that? Of course it still exists, but it's like not very common. So we live in a world of selfishness, and it's always been selfish, but just crazy, egotistical selfishness is the best way I can put it. It's just like, almost feel sometimes like I should have been born like way the fuck before all this technology and shit. Because I find myself so often just like getting wrapped up in bullshit that doesn't matter. It's not even something that's in front of me. It's something that's on a screen or whatever. A fucking, just whatever. Like, it's just, I don't know. A lot of you probably think I'm crazy shit, but I'm just in my eyes, a normal guy living a fairly normal life. And, I don't want to live a normal life. I want to live a life where, I can speak how I feel and tell the truth. And, maybe one day have a platform to come on here to speak the truth as well as I know it. It's just hard. Life's hard. Life is just hard, man. And it's gonna fucking kick you in the ass and wait till you're down and wait till you're fucking down, way, way down at your lowest point. And then it's gonna find a way to kick you even fucking harder. It's gonna put on the fucking steel toes and just boom, boom, just fucking right in the goddamn teeth. Just fucking, it's just gonna obliterate you over and over and over and over. But you have to just build the mental fortitude and the physical fortitude and just don't give up. And it's so simple, yet so powerful, because it's so easy to give up. It's so easy to say, you know what, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm done. And just fucking, end it like people do every day. But that's just too easy. This shit ain't supposed to be fucking easy. This shit's supposed to be difficult as fuck. Difficult as shit. And why is that? I don't fucking know. It's the way God wants it to be. It's the way He wants you to experience life. It's the way He needs you to experience life. Maybe for a certain goal that He knows you will fulfill in this world. Or maybe you have to endure a certain amount of pain and stress and grief and just bad news and everything under the sun that just beats you down as a human as much as it possibly can. It's just to see how much you can take, because maybe your value is so high that God needs to see just how much you can take and how far you can push that line, because maybe He needs you for something bigger than you even know exists. And that's what I believe. And that's what keeps me going. And that's what, I get my, motivation, so to speak. But it's not really motivation. It's just, I don't know. It's just a way of thinking. We all have ways of thinking, different ways of thinking. And some work and some don't. But you just got to find what works. And you just gotta channel these lonely feelings and like these deep thoughts and this overthinking into something, into a video, into whatever you want to do. Just find something and put that towards it. Put your energy towards it. You just gotta do it. Because unless you want to just be comfortable and broke and average, that's fine. Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody gives a fuck. I'll tell you right now, no one gives a fuck if you choose to do that. But that's just what you're going to have to look in the mirror and see. What you've created and how you failed and how you didn't fulfill what your true potential, or you never got to see what you could have been, or because you didn't put in the work. So I recommend putting in the work starting today. Because if you don't, you're going to regret it. It's real easy to live a simple, average life. But it is really fucking hard to achieve anything extraordinary. And anything above average, it is extremely hard. And like I said, it's like constantly, life is just dragging you by the feet. It wants to, with whatever it is, drugs, alcohol, porn, whatever it is, things that entice us as human beings to take control of our dopamine, to leave us ultimately depleted with nothing. And that's what Satan wants, is you to indulge in this, is you to feel good, do the stuff that feels good, drink that alcohol, snort that cocaine, do it all because it makes you feel good. Not the fucking next day though, when you wake up hungover as shit and it's 10 a.m. and you're not at fucking work because you're hungover, and this is a place that I've been and struggled with drinking because it makes you feel so damn good. That's not what I'm getting into right now in this video, but it's just like we have everything at our fingertips. You got the internet. You can go. It's just limitless. The amount of short-term satisfaction that you can get right now if you want is fucking limitless. With the internet, with just everything the way it is, it's just you are at a disadvantage. And it's going to stay that way, and it's only going to get worse. And so the worse it gets, the more you got to build yourself up to counteract that shit. And counteract those temptations and these things just constantly trying to suck the life out of you and just, excuse me. But yeah, I just wanted to get on here and kind of talk about some things that have been kind of sitting with me lately. But let me know if you guys, are experiencing anything like I've been talking about in the comments, or, just anything about life. This video is just about life and the way I perceive it, and the way some of you might perceive it similarly, and that sort of thing. So drop a like on this video if you enjoyed it, if you stayed to the end, and share it.